everybody, and welcome back to another Backwater Bastards episode.
Yes.
Featuring that lovely team known as the Backwater Bastards.
Yes, there we go.
In
Space!
You didn't think I was going to do it?
I thought you were going to hang us out to dry there for a moment, and I wasn't going to be able to be comfortable. But
In
now that I've heard it,
space!
I'm good.
This is space.
Excellent. All right,
Yes.
well,
You spice heads.
You spoon?
There's a
Right.
few.
anyway,
Yes.
let's recap this shit.
Recap
Because,
this
guys,
shit.
things are no less wild.
No.
Last week we took the castle.
We did it.
We did it.
It was a team effort.
But
Well,
basically, Herodotus killed
And by
everyone.
team, you mean Harry did it?
Yeah, exactly. And we showed up.
I mean, there were a combination of factors.
Yes.
I'm not sure how I helped
Primarily,
it anyway.
Harry
shocked
kind of blew up a bunch of their defenses and their guns, and
Yeah,
then
you built the bombs.
took
Yeah,
control
okay.
over them.
It's true.
Yeah.
I helped a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Planning.
Yeah, long. This is the long
I mean,
game,
one thing
guess.
that did help
Mhm.
was the fact that the Empire, as we speak, raining fire on their nest city on the far side of the moon.
Well, that's
And,
also a new problem, though.
Yeah,
so.
all the soldiers in the keep actually kind of just fled. They're like, you know what? Y'all can have your fucking castle.
Once again, it's Willow. Herodotus was standing there, and the big two-headed dragon appeared behind him, and Harry's there swinging his sword like Mad Mardigan, being like, "Come at me, you fools!" And everyone fled, and he goes, "Haha,
Running
yes,
away.
I've done it."
It's just a lizard.
Everything's
But
Willow.
yeah, to sort of recap, what the sort of state of this place is now. There's no front door, which is a distinct problem if you're trying to keep a castle. The
Yeah.
front gate
That's
has been
fair.
blown down. Cleo did hoist it back into position,
I did.
though, so there is that. You can still use it as a bridge, but you're gonna have to do something about people just walking in the front. One of the 4 towers is completely ripped and on a sort of a 45-degree angle, pulled apart from its
I thought it was like slightly leaning as a very Italian.
Maybe not quite 45. 45 degrees. 45 degrees is an exaggeration. Maybe sort of 20. It's sort of a 20. It's more than the Leaning Tower piece.
We can go get photos of ourselves holding it up.
One of the towers it's a little bit kaput. It's out off the side of the castle, but the 2 anti-aircraft guns in it are still, fighting fine. So that's good. Unfortunately, there's the 2 in the tower, the other front tower that Herodotus took. Both of them are destroyed because Harry shot and blew up one of them, and then narrowly avoided getting blown up himself as it took a direct shot from the opposing anti-aircraft gun. He also blew out the top one down the back along that wall from that one, but there is still beneath, there is another operating gun. And then the far corner didn't see any action at all, both guns operative. So you guys are still sitting pretty with 5 functional guns
Hell yeah.
Need everyone.
and 3 functional towers. The spaceport has been abandoned, which is kind of good news because you guys have got some ships that can all come in now. So you've got Harris with Zach, Hazel, and the kids, and Deldridge and Gamara, all coming in the modified
In the air tonight.
to look like a Torvan ship. But then you've also got both the pilots, Billy Boy and Trevor. Billy Boy piloting the Grey Dragon with Reese in tow, keeping Dilbert in the egg safe, and Trevor riding a ship which I think has now kind of been dubbed the Hero, because it used to say the Herodrum, but it's been
No, it
scuffed
says-
up now.
No, it says the hero now.
Now it
and
says
it
the
just
hero.
says the Hero.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, your ships are all still fighting fit as well, so you've still got all that on your side. But you do have one little problem. Hold up in the bank, in the middle of the castle, there is a group of civilians hiding in there that you've got to decide what to do with. I thought I might give you guys the opportunity to have sort of like a short rest moment and have a little bit of administration occur. Yeah, get Cleo back on full health and everyone sort of get their
That's
gear
very
together.
generous of you.
It is
Yes.
very generous.
So I'll give you. I'll give you.
price will be, Dickie. Are we going to face 2 fleets, Dickie?
Harry is going to lose another leg.
There we Dare to dream.
Oh my god! And then you can have a wheel.
The weight I would shed. Whoa.
You
Like
just
Robotnik.
exactly like Robotnik.
Double
Oh my god,
wheels.
I see it. I see it.
That's pretty good.
He could merge with Dilbert. He would be his own artillery.
Well, that was the thing. I was thinking if we put Dilbert in one of the towers that's falling over,
But Dilbert
way-
is already a cannon. We can put him on top
For
of
sure,
the
but
tower.
if we hook Dilbert up to the
that's-
Yeah,
to the,
they're big
the
ass
firing
cannons,
mechanism.
Or if
And
he
is good at
could
shooting.
control all of them. We could put him on top of a tower.
Because-
We could hook him up to all of the towers. He could synchronize and create like a fucking
And Dilbert
no-fly
is going to
zone.
be the mega cannon.
I feel it.
We need to discuss some fucking strategy. What are we doing?
Well,
Like,
then, hey,
do we do it in
hit
game?
me up in the role play, bro.
Oh, all right.
So, as all this has been coming to a
Dick
head,
stops at that immediately.
the ships have all been able to find their way in, and Norris, the administrator, has actually been able to sort of like scurry about, and he's actually managed to find the main control hub to the entire castle. Upon finding it, he's tested out the public address system. He's tested out some of the automations on doors and so on. He's worked out that he can open and close the ceiling door that leads down into the spaceport.
Like a
Or
stadium door.
the ship port. Yeah, it's like a stadium door. Unless you get and land all your ships inside.
Mm-hmm. Are they on their way to be docked inside?
Yes, well, as he's done that, Zach has been sort of, taking stock of the towers, working out how the systems work, how you can collate all the information of what's up above, because this thing is designed, obviously, to shoot things as they come into the atmosphere. And it turns out, as long as you've got someone in the control hub, it's pretty easy to keep an eye on everything that's going on.
Okay.
The guns, they're all mechanically controlled. They're all hooked up to be, driven individually by a member of Clan Zarg, but there's nothing to say that a central intelligence couldn't control the lot if you were able to
Well, I
hardwire
think combined with
some
my
things in.
my hacking and Tay's building,
And my
I
whacking.
think we could rig something
You've
up.
got two honest-to-God engineers, Zach and...
It's true.
Yeah, but
And
Dickie,
Boris.
please, we have a bear, so
This is true.
it's just two engineers or one bear. I don't know.
It's
All
a
right,
good.
so
It's a
is
very
Herodotus
fair
close
point.
to the doctor? Is it near him?
I imagine you guys are still sort of back in the middle section, kind of like holding court.
Okay.
Yes.
Doctor, hearken to me.
Yes.
I
Yes, Harry.
have an inspiration.
Ah. Yes, another one of them shower
Yes.
moments, was it?
Yes, yes. Enough of your sarcasm. On to the matter at hand.
Ah, must be urgent.
Look in the
Skipping
sky.
the essential banter to go straight into planet.
Silence, Doctor. This is beyond your pay grade. Just listen. If I could prognosticate.
Oops.
Hearken up above. The battle rages. And there lies the gate to our greatness. You see, we could interject ourselves and change the very basis upon which this conflict is fought, and by so doing, applying pressure to the very fulcrum upon which our existence rests. Do you follow me, Doctor?
You want to go and fight upstairs in the big...
Well,
Sky battle.
I was talking more strategically and sort of first on. The tactics comes in a bit. My point is we have to turn the locals. We need to turn these moon crows to our side. Turn foemen into allies, if you want to follow me.
As far as I'm aware, Harry, the last of them are holed up in this bank. Every other, well, it seems to be warrior or pilot, left this castle. It is now ours.
You are not following me, Doctor. Where are they now?
In the other city?
They're fighting. And what do they want?
To win?
Yes! They want a victory, Doctor. Thank you for following me. I know this is heady stuff. What happens, Doctor? What would your prognosis be if we could deliver these savages a victory? Do you smell it, Doctor? Do you smell it, Doctor? Do you smell the greatness?
The grape nuts. I
Yes,
smell
but
them.
All right, let me spell it out for you. We need to...
yes, please, yes.
We need to use the particular skill sets within our retinue to create a no-fly zone above us. Then I will fly off with all our small craft and create a general diversion and call upon the locals to follow us in our utterly brilliant plan. Then we will retreat behind the security of the fort, making it seem we're making a retreat away from the fighter escort of the fleet above, thereby drawing them into an ambush that I want you to spring, sir. Then, and only then, when we have local air superiority, seeing as they will be frigate sizing up, then we charge. Old school Dr. Nelson said it best. Damn the maneuvers, go straight at him. That's what I intend to do, sir. Yet, this is the Nile, and the next will be the Straits of the Gibraltar, if you follow me.
I would love to see the star map with like things being called the Nile, the Straits of Gibraltar, and stuff like that. You know, like these different passages through solar systems.
Oh, that would be good. This was more kind of referring to individual battles in Nelson's.
I know.
Yeah, well,
But we have like New Zealand or like like new places, you know, like
New
named
New
after
Zealand.
named after British colonies. So like I imagine when you get to space, they're just like, fuck it, this is fucking New Berlin or
this new,
you know,
New Nile.
New Nile. Yeah.
Nile
Nile.
2.0.
Neo-Nile. Yeah.
It's a very nutrient dense superhighway through space that
Yes, space whales love it.
The Nova Nile.
just like the Nile, Daniel. Just like the Nile.
Yeah,
The local.
I know. I know.
The wild Nile.
You don't need to tell me. I know.
I believe in it.
Okay.
Space hippos.
There we go. It's
space hippos.
It's hippos all the way down. So. All right. So onward we go.
So you want us to build to activate all weapons and turret systems and get this kill zone ready.
Build me a weapon, Doctor.
Yes. I will
To break a wing of fighters, and then we will win.
Harry, I will require Dilbert.
Dilbert is at your disposal, Dilbert! Report!
coming over the radio, almost like serendipitously. Norris is like,
It's me, Norris. I'm in the control room. I'm just opening the port up now. It seems that our friends have all arrived.
Very good, very good. Assemble them. I shall address the troops.
Right, good. Do we have a place to run our operations from then? Where should I send them all?
Gather them in the courtyard. I shall address them in person.
Oh, very, very well then. Yes. Oh, actually, you're still down there, are you?
and you sort of see up in a window, sort of inside one of the armored inner portions of the castle. That you sort of from the window, you see sort of Norris sort of like pop out and wave.
Hey! Hello!
He's up above you, upstairs a little bit.
Herodotus
Looking
like
down
sort
on
of
the
nudges
courtyard.
the doctor.
Oh, he's a fun one, isn't he?
So you've got the twins along with Elvine and Manny. They're both operating for now anti-aircraft guns, and Norris himself is sitting up in the control room. But everyone else begins to assemble in the courtyard
And that's in front of the bank, right?
in front of the bank. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
as all of the existing sort of clan Zarg, and they've all been like, you know, getting a good meal, sort of trying to like repair all the damage that's been done to their systems from this poison. You know, applying medikits where required and so on. Cleo herself, just give me a D20 and see whether or not you're still part bear controlled, because time is passing here.
Is it a D20 or a D100?
Oh no! What if she goes?
I think just give me a
crazy now?
D20 just to determine it's like a success or fail thing. So
13,
Cleo has
y'all.
wrested back control over her mind as well.
Because Dr. Z helped me.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Dr. Z healed my mind.
So now any murderous rampages that Cleo wants to go on will be at least under her own jurisdiction.
That's more manageable than what we had earlier.
They all start sort of drifting in. So first you've got the grieving Harris. The sort of the crew from the campsite have all come back now. They've grabbed everyone's bags out of the camps. They've fixed themselves up as well. So now Hazel, who was unconscious, is now back in the game.
We're getting there. We're climbing it.
Harris, for his part, he's got very red eyes, but he's got like a sort of a stoic, angry look now. He's
Oh, poor Harris.
he comes in, you know, and puts a hand on Cleo's shoulder and says, "Lift her in the ship. We'll have to arrange a burial sometime later, I suppose."
Oh, political point. Herodotus sees the grieving man. Okay, should I roll for perception to see if I notice that he's particularly grieving?
I feel like Herodotus would just inherently notice this because
It's such
I mean,
because
because you know what happened, you know.
So
Yeah.
he goes straight for Harris and he's like,
Harris, brother, I grieve with you.
Thanks, Harry. And he sort of like leans in, like, you know, like there's almost like a break in the stoic facade. As
Herodotus goes in for the big hug. Oh,
Let it all out,
it's a
man.
proper,
Let it all.
a hard hug. You know, Harris is dressed back up in his marine armor. He's ditched ditched the t-shirt and stuff. So he's got a enhanced sort of strength, kind of empowered crush to that hug.
Yeah.
Oh.
So as they're embracing, Herodotus kind of leans away and he goes,
Hearken to me. I must speak now of pain. Unspeakable pain. A pain that demands only one thing. Glory. It is the gold with which we subdue the netherworld. Oh, the baleful and bileful byproducts of hatred. Shall not be diminished by it. We shall carve our names among the stars in glorious and epic deeds that will ring out among the galaxies in perpetuity. A song worth singing. A deed worth doing. What say you, man?
he looks the grieving man straight in the eye.
I don't know what you're saying there, Herodotus, but I think it rings true.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Your loss is not for the ill will of another man. It was not from hatred. It was from self-preservation. And you know that feeling, don't you, man? It's the feeling of not being enough. Of what you could have done, but were unable to. It is the duty to do better. And I say, the best to do is to take revenge upon those who have betrayed us. Not our foes, who stood up to our assault with honor. No, those who have come in the middle of our glorious battle and claimed the prize for themselves, like the fox making mock of noble combat between bear and wolf. Do you understand what I'm saying, man?
As Herodotus is giving this speech, sort of appearing sort of just in the back, really, there's sort of like a sort of silent appearance of Trevor, Billy Boy, and Dilbert. Whoa. And there's a slow clap as Billy Boy is sort of leant against the door, sort of, you know, clapping slowly.
This is some Top Gun shit.
Oh shit.
He swaggers forward through the throng. He's like, "Now, I don't mean to put words in your mouth there, Harry, but you're talking about that Larky fella, ain't ya?"
Oh shit.
Herodotus harks and spits.
I will not take a name in my mouth. But yes, vengeance shall be done upon that cur. Will you join me in this venture?
I don't like the guy none too much, but well, you still got some explaining to do on that score, Herodotus.
Then hear me out, man. And ask your question swiftly, for this is a moment of action.
Now, the man seemed to know you mighty well.
The team.
Yes, my little comrades.
And, well, he seemed to know the details of our arrangement and our plan a little too well.
What do you mean by that, sir? Do you not think that I, as his brother in arms, owe him an explanation for risking his men's life? Is that the respect you have for those who have fallen, man?
Now, I just want to know, what is Larky's business in all this? And what arrangement between you and he?
Larky's business is that which it has always been. Larky's business is betrayal, man. He stands in the image of the Emperor as his hand of law, and he cannot even be trusted on his word. That is Larky's business. And my business is with him. And a blade. And a liver.
The Chianti.
And some fava beans.
Well, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but, well, I can get behind that right about now.
Oh, Herodotus, in an absolute moment of inspiration, sort of walks up to the man and claps him on the shoulder and says, "Yes,
We shall stand together then, in the fire of battle. But we shall win, not with brute strength, but with guile and imagination.
Well, it's gonna have to be something like that. Is Zach sort of perking up and coming in? Like, we can probably keep the castle, even from an attack from the Armada. But I don't see what damage the few of us are gonna do to the Imperials.
You say we can do damage to the Armada? Well, I'm counting on it.
Actually, one moment there.
I just want to quickly lean into Cleo.
Cleo. I know, Cleo.
Say.
I wasn't sure if she could even hear you.
I know.
Say.
Remember on that first holiday we took where we met each other? The escape we had to do.
The escape.
The escape.
I remember parts of that.
Yes.
It was actually
do you remember?
very near to here.
Do you remember Crispy?
How could I forget? Crispy!
The robotic chef gang.
I sure as hell be do.
I'm sure they have no love for the Empire.
I can't imagine that a robot army locked up in an Imperial prison would.
No. And I imagine that they would enjoy an opportunity to stab back at those who locked them up.
Well, hell, I can imagine a thing quite like that myself.
Well, I think it's time you and I started trying to reconnect with old Crispy. We may be able to extend that invitation to them.
I could get down with a friendcation right about now.
Friendcation!
Friendcation time. We got new digs, y'all. Come on down. We're having us some fried chicken tonight.
Yes, I wink at Harry, but hopefully Harry heard that and be like a jelly wink, being like, "We'll try our best. We'll see if we can get in touch with some old friends."
I think everyone pretty much heard that.
Yeah.
Everyone is just like,
it's like one of those.
It's just kind of nodding at each other, like, no, he said
I mean,
robot army.
if you were gonna sort of do a siege sort of long haul kind of battle as well, you could call in the gangsters that Harry swore in back on Dias.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Harry, you've got all those gangsters back on Dias.
Oh, I thought they were with us now.
No, they've got the plentiful pantry back on back in the sand planet.
Can I call them?
You 100% can call them.
Oh my God, we're getting the whole crew.
We're getting the
You left behind the pantry.
Holy shit.
We're getting the part.
How awkward is it gonna be though if the people from Dias are like, yeah, we can come out, we know how to drive now, and you're like, really? How did you learn? Because didn't I tell you to leave it alone? And they'll be like,
Oh,
we took simulations.
Don't worry about that.
We did simulations.
we just looked at it real hard.
We did reverse engineering, but with our eyes.
We figured it out by osmosis.
Yeah.
I saw it, but just with my mouth.
I seen it, but seen
Like
it
a butterfly.
once. Yeah.
Okay. So Herodotus sort of takes out his communicator and turns it on like loud mode so everyone can hear, and he rings up the plentiful pantry.
It is time we call in more reinforcements.
Rings for a while,
I'm on hold.
but after a moment, there's suddenly like,
Boss, it's good to hear from you.
Yes, it is I. Thank you for addressing me in the respectful manner. Are you ready for a war?
Well, about that, boss. Well, we shot the sheriff.
Yes,
We shot him real good. And,
We didn't shoot the deputy though. It's fine.
well,
It's fine.
no, we got the deputy on side, and he's left the Empire now, and well, we might have already started a war over here. So, yeah,
Of course, they're
think
Harry's men.
I think maybe it's high time we got out of Dodge and maybe just joined a winning portion of the greater war, as it were.
Jolly good timing, sir. I need some desperados. How soon can you be here?
Well, we are already about halfway, so
Fantabulous.
it shouldn't be much more than a day.
I knew I left you that pantry for a reason.
Well, yeah, I know you said not to take it out, but it seemed as though it was gonna get a little exploded if we left it in its location.
Yeah, I knew I was leaving it with some rascals. You'll have to pay a price, but I'll be fine.
All right then. Well, you just send me over the coordinates, and we'll see about getting ourselves to you.
Very good, very good. Beep, boop.
I also have another person probably to call, though it pains me to do it. I'll call Z-Twin.
Wait,
Cleo.
Before
yeah?
before we go on, like, how long would a space battle like this last? Like, are we talking hours or are we
it's
talking like
siege.
days?
It kind of depends, because it could be in sort of multiple sort of sections. But like, I mean, right now they're sort of raining fire on the city, just targeting civilian populations. And
Has the city got shields or anything? Are they holding out? Like, have they got in it? Is it like a Star Wars siege where like
they
the
have
shields,
shields or something.
Yeah, please say that there's a shield battery that's just like depleting slowly as we're doing this.
I mean, they've got to have shields, but
Yes.
yeah, they've got individual shield modules. There's not like one big shield that protects the whole city.
Gross.
So that Dick can hurt them all as we go.
There's like the slum and the working quarters and stuff.
it looks like a lot of little dots of shields around the city. Just like little butts.
Little butts. All right.
Little butts.
No, it looks like a Roman infantry line of
So
shields.
you're saying it doesn't
Oh.
look like a lot of little butts.
It's a lot of so it's like everyone's put their ships in the front and they've all got their shields up, and it's this lovely sign of everyone working together.
Well,
as
no,
they,
that
shield
would be
wall.
stolen from Guardians of the Galaxy if we did that.
Oh yeah, true. I was thinking shield wall. I was thinking like Vikings, like
Shield wall.
People now are all sort of a little bit riled up and they're scurrying about. Like you can see like Zach and Boris are sort of having talks and sort of nodding and like rushing off.
Then before it gets out of control, Herodotus then wants to address the crowd, because we need to move fast. And if these like shields are going to be popping, so okay,
We have but few hours. We need to make this place a death trap. Who can help me?
Well, you know, Harry, the design here is not dissimilar to the new Terran building styles of past ages. Well, guess what I'm trying to say is, well, it is my area of expertise, and I would very much like to see to restoring the guns.
Very good. Don't tell me how, just do it. Make them operational, make them deadly, and when I bring the flying wing of the enemy, sever it. Also, I had an idea. My erstwhile squire, now in siege cannon form, is an excellent shot. I would suggest using his excellent accuracy as a guide for the collective gun controls of the fortress, and therefore we could unify control. Be easy to pick out individual enemies of the sky and so on. Would you agree?
Right. I think I have the cables. All right. I'll get my truck and we'll see what we can do.
Yes. Yes would have done, but thank you. You're dismissed.
He's making a run for it now. And like, you know, sort of signaling to Zach, sort of looking a little bit like, oh God, is this guy in charge? But he's running after him as well. They're running back to the port,
cute.
to the ship port to grab some of Boris's equipment from the Grey Dragon.
Cleo!
Harry, what say you?
I say, what's the best way to kill an entire swarm of sparrows in one proverbial strike? Assume you have options.
I mean, I've slammed a few birds in my day, if you know what I mean.
Yes, sexually and otherwise, I'm sure.
All the ways.
There's other ways.
There's a lot of ways.
Right. But in this case, I'm talking about killing, and since metaphor seems too deep here, I'm just gonna say it. We're gonna try and lure away the fighter escort of the Imperial Navy. We're gonna bring them on a little detour around the fortress, and hopefully we can kill them all, or at least make them surrender. That would be, good as well. I'm just wondering if you have ideas. Sort of.
Oh well, now see, I'm a traditional kind of gal, and I mean, I think you heard of the killing of two birds with one stone.
See, now you're speaking my language. But what do you
now
mean?
I like that a lot. It inspired me deeply when I heard it for the first time, and I got a hell of a particle bomb
Go on.
for these things.
Are we talking about the big bomb?
So, if I can have permission for this, I would like to modify the nuke
Oh!
To be like a nuke that is also like a shrapnel bomb.
Oh, but we can.
Because two birds, one stone.
Oh, motherfucker, we can. Oh, dude, so. Ooh. Did you say
And it is
particle bomb?
a self-propelling rocket, you know. You can fire that thing from quite far away.
Maybe we can just end the war before it even gets here, bitch.
See, now you're talking pure Sun Tzu. You're a genius. We'll take it up.
Can I just paint one stone on it?
Yes, you can. However, I'll
Okay.
need you up there with me. I'm talking.
Oh well, I would really hate to be down here when the show starts.
Exactly. So here's what we'll do, right? We'll take a small, swift escort, flying up. We'll find the command ship, launch the nuke, hopefully into some sort of hangar bay. Or, I don't know what the new models have. You know, they're so newfangled nowadays. Gravity wells and so on. Anyway, amateurs. But if we can blow that up, we will have more than attracted the entire
I think we
fighter
can.
escort. It's gonna be glorious. We'll slaughter them in the sky.
As this glee of explosions and death is sort of unfurling between Harry and Cleo, Dr. Z is making arrangements, of course, to call back to New Terra and get in contact with his
Yes,
namesake.
I'm VPNing, of course, to try and like call in Z1 because I'm Z0, right? So
LOL.
What is it
Hello
with you?
again, Z.
There was nothing funny. That was just your name.
Yes, but Z twins.
No, I didn't say Z twins. I said Z1.
Hello, Z.
Look, are you? Am I wasting my time, or are you going to be able to take this seriously?
What do you need? What do you need by twin Z? LOL.
I will allow that one more time.
LOL.
I need for you to be ready. Have you noticed any murmurings in the Imperial Armada from New Terra recently?
They sent out a big one.
Yes, they sent out a big one. And that big one is headed to where I am now. I'm going to need your help. But it shall be a competition as always. I will be going for the same target.
LOL.
Yes, when the time comes, I'm going to need you to do a distraction, we'll call it. I'm going to need you to ping them from home base and send out a disruption throughout the Armada. As I say, Z1, I shall also be going for this.
What the fuck
Now.
kind of super weapons do we have?
You're gonna get me in trouble, Z. LOL.
LOL.
yeah.
LOL.
Oh, he's a super hacker as well. So I'm gonna
Ruffle stomp.
try and get him to because my plan is if he does something from New Terra and sends out a message to them, that'll at least distract some, and then that could cause a disruption throughout the rest of the Armada, or it could also just be a missed shot. But
I kind of
it's
like this
something.
because like I've kind of like styled him as like like a teenage anonymous hacker kind of kid, like he wants to bring down the system. That's like his whole fucking bag.
So it's
Oh,
I'm
does he
telling
call
him I'm going to
himself,
try
like,
and also
Orwell?
compete with him, but obviously I can't compete with him because I'm here. So it's going any outgoing things from me are going to come from this moon. But I want him to at some point cause a distraction from New Terra to try and disrupt their logistics, as it were, I guess.
Okay, I've got some ideas, Z. When are we doing
Yes,
it?
well, not yet, Z. You need
Okay,
to.
but I have made the program. LOL.
But you made it already.
LOL.
It's probably highly inferior. I would have spent a little bit more time on it, but
My processing speed is very fast, Z.
yes. Well, I don't remember it being very fast. I remember you being very wasted on magnets.
Yeah, I've been staying away from those.
Look, Z. If we can successfully pull this off, I'll get you the biggest magnet on this moon.
He's trying to quit.
Oh well.
You mean
trying to go straight, man.
you mean we can party again, Z Twin?
Yeah.
Well, yes. You can hang out with Cleo, and I'll
Oh yeah.
And you?
I'll also hang out with Cleo. Yes, we'll both hang out with Cleo.
Yeah.
Z Twins.
No, not Z twins. All right,
Yes,
that's so annoying.
So very
Okay, I'll simulate the program. I'll simulate the program until you're ready.
Yes. All right. Bye.
LOL.
I'm so launch a nuke.
That was so painful.
But yeah, so we've got all these little bits of plans going on. At the same time, you can see Anna, the assassin, standing frowning, looking at the door to the vault. Looking at the door to the vault. From where inside, you can sort of hear the occasional sort of like murmur of concern from the Craw civilians locked inside.
She's gonna try to go in there and kill him like she did in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I don't trust her ass because I think she might be the mole. Can I watch her from where I am right now, like, and see if I perceive any like weird shit?
By all means. I mean, you're kind of like a head above everyone else anyway, and all just sort of like milling about this.
Oh, imagine that. A sea of people.
square.
You're just chilling by a door and a bear locks eyes with you.
Like those-
That's how every good joke starts. So I've rolled an 11.
Yeah.
I mean, that's better than less than 11.
It is.
That's
well,
better
one
than
could say
better.
that. Is it good enough to notice anything at all?
You can see that she's got her energy blades.
Oh,
You know, she's got
Oh,
them
shit.
just like holstered at her sides. She's like, even now then her fingers sort of idly sort of stroke the triggers that fire them up. She's not doing anything. It looks as though she's standing guard, if you were to guess. Like she's definitely doesn't want to let any Craw get out of there.
I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna ask, y'all rat?
What are we doing with him, Cleo?
Well, I don't know. You got any ideas?
She locks eyes with Cleo like, I've got lots of ideas.
All right. Well, I mean, are you trying to waste a couple of them, or are you trying to waste the whole room?
Well, it might be children. I don't know who's in there, but
Okay, so you got an age limit.
I don't know. If he's not coming back, Cleo.
She
Oof.
ain't. She ain't.
She sounded
feel you on
real
that.
guilty.
I feel you on that.
It's just like looking back at the door and then down at the floor is like, I guess they've already given up, haven't they?
Well, I mean, this is their house that we're setting up camp in, so I mean, I don't think these little crabbies down there are coming out anytime soon to take it from us.
It wouldn't be. I guess it wouldn't be right to kill them now. Yeah, don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about me, Cleo.
Well, you hold yourself together and you come and get me if you feel the urge, 'cause I know something about that.
Yeah, maybe someone else should watch the door.
It's good to know your limits. You come on with us. We got other things to do. Why don't we see who's near us?
Sort of all gathered around. There's
Nice
various.
work.
Notably, you've got Tez.
Oh. Does Tez feel like moderately reliable, or are we talking about another loose cannon here?
I mean, they're all. I mean, you know, Clan Zarg. They're all kind of loose cannons.
Okay,
at
but
least,
nobody
at least they're
else.
not drunk.
Nobody else has let themselves into a room to kill everyone yet.
That's true.
Yeah. There's a dark side
I
here.
mean, okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna wave Tez over. You mind standing guard over here for a bit, friend?
Yeah, I can watch some Cleo.
You make sure nobody goes in or out.
She sort of, like knowingly looks over at Anna and then sort of looks back at you and nods.
All right, we got ourselves an operation here. Now, if anybody needs help, call me, beat me. If you want to reach me.
Love it.
And there's this big thing here as well. Like everyone's like made damn sure like everyone's got their communicators. All their communicators are hooked up so everyone can reach everyone. They can all reach Norris, the central administration hub, as well.
Okay, well, that little crisis is averted, so I have Anna the assassin with me.
As all these sort of things have been going on, you've seen there's actually the window from where you saw Norris waving down is actually, you can see someone's come just sort of elbowed it out and then rappelling out on a big, thick steel cable.
Oh, yeah.
is
you going
Boris.
with this,
Daddy.
Vicky?
It's Boris.
who's repels himself out the window, and he's just
Boris
carrying.
needs to calm down.
Boris. We've got time, Boris. You can take
Use
the stairs.
Boris is crazy.
Boris.
I know, guys. This is the cable that will connect Dilbert to the towers. I just have to run it.
All right.
I just have to
You thought
run
you
it.
just slide like a fireman down the cable that's going to be connected to all of the guns, Boris.
Boris, hold on. I must ask one last boon of Dilbert before you hook him up to the defense system.
Don't forget me.
It'll be a little while yet, Herodotus.
Oh.
I have to run these cables all about the castle.
Oh, very good. Well, you be quick about it. Dilbert, you come here. We must have a little chat.
Dilbert rolling over. Like, finally, there's enough of a gap between all the clan Zargians that you can sort of tread over. The egg still sitting perched carefully in his in the little attached stroller.
Oh my god, yeah.
So there's a
Dilbert, my dear, I know we both feel strongly about the ovum. It pains me to ask you to relinquish it into the safety of the vault. For a battle is coming, Dilbert, and we cannot risk the egg. With you and I shall be in the line of fire upon the field of duty and glory, as we are sworn knights. We shall fight, but we must risk no harm to the egg.
and you can sort of see like there's he's got like a sort of a lifting aiming mechanism on the tracks, and his entire sort of gun body sort of does a little zzz, like rocking back and forth with like the approximation of a nod, followed by sort of an angle where he makes the egg easily sort of accessible.
Oh, Herodotus sort of leans over and gives it a loving caress.
Yeah, I knew you'd understand.
And the egg, it's been getting heavier. Like it's not something that you like sort of had much chance to take a heck of a lot of notice about, because you've sort of swaddled it and moved it from place to place. But right now, as you're sort of like, paying sort of close attention and picking it up and taking that weight, you realize that it wasn't always this heavy. Whatever's inside. I mean, I guess you know what's inside. The creature inside has been growing.
Oh, who's my big egg? Who's my big egg? Oh, you've grown. You were a little chubster. Adorable. Ah, well, we shall have to make it nice
And in your grip, you can feel as well, like its leathery exterior has hardened significantly as well. The whole thing just feels like
shit.
It's heavier, it's denser. Like there's some level of maturity occurring.
Can someone show me to the vault? Wherever it is safest. The egg must not be harmed. Also, Doctor, I need your opinion.
Yes, Harry. The vault is actually where the rest of the Craw are holed up in.
Well, what good do they do down there? Surely they're of fighting age.
I mean, it makes sense to move them and put anything you want safe in there anyway. Like, yeah, you don't want to keep your enemies in the most secure part of the building. If anything, you want to put them in the brig or whatever, in the prison.
On the other hand, I don't know that I do.
But you also don't want to put the egg in with them.
No, exactly.
If it's your most valuable asset.
Or maybe
fair.
that is a powerful statement of community, saying like, I will choose to trust you, but I don't know that Harry would be that heroic.
Yeah, I mean, they might just take it hostage. Though.
Hold up, though. Remember that statue we saw in New Terra? It was humanity handing an egg to their enemies to cause... do you remember that statue you described us, Dick? There was a captain who was giving the egg to the enemies and saying, this is... Or they were receiving an egg or something. It was something to... some kind of peace moment.
Would that apply to people who aren't humanoid?
Doesn't matter.
Like, would they know that story?
That is so the connection Herodotus is making right now. It's just like, hero moment!
Yeah. I feel like
there's a forgotten hero. There's a statue of a forgotten hero in New Terra that just is this, this tall, stately-looking military man who's handing this wraith egg to these subservient-looking wraith monarchs.
Okay. So the dementia is kicking in, and Herodotus has misremembered the fucking statue. So he remembers the captain.
Fair.
And he remembers the egg.
Wait, you're not giving away your son, though, right?
I'm not giving it away.
Oh, you're not son. It's actually daughter. It's the wraith egg as a female.
It's not giving away. It's saying we are in dire straits, and this is a noble act. And if it can inspire nobility in these people, maybe it's worth taking the risk to bring everybody together and make a common cause and bringing me to the Imperial throne and making me Emperor of the fucking universe. I mean, he's a megalomaniac. He would think like this. He absolutely believes he should be on the throne. And he is like in his moment or whatever. Wouldn't he just like make these cynically theatrical choices?
But wouldn't you also be like, it's my child? Because you've done so much to keep your child out of harm as well. You know,
but now what can I do? If I put him in the fucking prison, he's no more or less safe. And the more
Take it with you.
And the into the line of fire, that's it. No.
Learn firsthand of a charge.
No. See, like he wouldn't do that.
I feel like you have done that.
But those have only been smaller scuffles where death has only been a minute possibility. Whereas at the moment,
we're
death
going into battle
is quite a high possibility.
We're preparing for it, right? Like we can't. We're making all these like we're building the tension, Daniel. What the fuck?
I know. Look, I'm okay for either way. I'm just trying to like play both. Yeah.
Evan,
Devil's
tap
advocate.
me in. I'll get you there.
And
I like there's sort of this weird sort of like symbiosis of a peace offering of like, hey, you know,
Put me in, coach.
like
you guys
Put me
look
in,
after
coach.
this egg. And if this egg gets injured, I will slaughter you all.
Yeah,
like
and
that's sort of
that's
like
the
this
thing.
double-handed thing.
right, the logic being, the more enemies you have, the less safe you are. If I can turn an enemy into a friend, just like the Cleo just did, fucking all the better, right? Like, so he takes inspiration from that and from misremembering the statue, and he's just like, oh,
Yes, that's what it meant. The dreams. Oh, that's what it's meant. I remember the officer.
me, of course.
I remember the egg.
Well, while Evan's chatting to himself, then I'll go over to the bank door and say,
Excuse me in there.
Yeah.
Yes, are you the speaker for those inside?
Yeah, I guess I'm closest to the door.
Well,
That's a big mood.
Congratulations on being closest to the door. I'm about to bring ours to the closest to the door. You two can discuss treaties,
Yeah,
terms.
I guess we gotta get that over with. You know, we got a few requests here.
well, and then all over to you, Harry. Diplomat Harry.
How much do you bet one of those requests is
Thank you,
please don't
Doctor.
blow up our city with a nuke?
I've come to make a gesture of peace.
All right, well,
Common
before we
goodwill.
get into any other business, there, Mister Closest to the door, man.
You.
Now, some of us back here, we got a dire need to drain the cloaca, as you might say.
That's
Very
what they
well.
want?
You have a
Cloacas.
need, I have a solution. Now you shut whatever excuse that is for mouth, and you listen to me. There are things happening that are beyond your comprehension. And I am in need of trust. Have I come to the right place?
I don't know, buddy. You know,
See, you called me
What-
friend
what do you want me to
already.
say?
I'm at the right door. Listen, listen, buddy. My friend, who do you hate more? The Imperials? Or anybody else?
well, no one put it to me that way before. Yeah, I mean, no, we hate the Imperials more than
There
anyone.
you go.
I mean,
and see,
I guess, yeah.
my friends out here feel like that, more or less the same. Right? But if you removed the Imperial from that equation, I don't mind telling you that the top of that very roster would be you. And not to make too fine a point of it, of course. But they have deadly weapons, and you do not. So it seems to me, on the balance of power, that you better listen and do as I say, or this could turn into a travesty.
Oh shit! Very
That was
good.
kind
All
of
right,
hot.
all right. You
That was
make
kinda hot.
was good.
you make a point. You
was
make a
very
point that is hard to resist.
I'm sad that I'm into it.
Got a
Yeah,
beat.
I mean,
I tend to. Now, I need two things, and then you
yes,
can
baby.
drain your cloaca to your heart's content if you have a heart. I'm not sure how the anatomy works.
That ruined it. That messed it up for me.
Yeah, I was right there.
I was on the edge.
Come on, I'll bring you back.
Well, I don't know.
Come on.
I'm picturing some shit right now.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult.
Kind of literally.
Can I ask a question about this?
Yeah, sure.
Is
This
it
is
about
probably-
claw anatomy?
No, it is not, because I don't need any more of that. But
In your life.
this, yeah, who knows? Maybe later. But is it possible for me to inquire about the identity of this crawl, like as a player?
Probably a good question.
As a player, this is Skull, the crawl campsite manager.
Okay,
Y'all
I
have
was
met.
just
Y'all have met.
I was just wondering because I was like, what if this is Vraj?
I've been wondering when we meet Vraj again.
Yeah, because I kind of pictured him being in the vault because he seems kind of like a baby.
Bit of a coward, bit of a baby.
All right then, buddy. You know, we do what you ask. You just, you know, you keep the deadly weapons away from those of us back here, and I think we can come to some sort of arrangement.
Good man. First thing I need is the swiftest one amongst you. How quick could this individual get from here to the capital? Parallels to marathon established.
Check.
Oh, well, you know, we got someone like that, I guess. Oi,
And how quickly? Come on, man.
yes,
I don't have all day.
yes. You hear what this
Closest to the door.
This Terran fella, you know what he's asking? Yeah. You done that run, yeah? No, don't be, you know. No, I mean, no, dead serious. You have actually, you didn't make that up. You done the run. Okay, yeah, well, how long? That's pretty fast. Okay, yeah,
Yes.
no, she say she can do it in about a day.
In about a day. Oh, glory. Perfect. Well, send her now. For I'm about to ask for the other thing. And it's not like you have a choice.
You saying you want me to open up this door? Cause I don't know.
I'm saying
Personally,
you are
I feel
free.
a lot better if we hammer out all the details before we open this door and send
very well.
send anybody out at all. If it's all the same to you.
I mean,
Mr. Boss
if
Man.
you want to hurt my feelings, no trust anymore. Fine, we'll do it your way. We just won't trust, will we? Very well. If you want to be like that, it's just sad to me. It's sad. But okay. The other thing I will need is security for my child.
You serious, man?
Childcare.
You gonna send a kid in here with us?
No, don't worry. It's not much maintenance.
I mean, you know what?
dismissed.
Daycare is very expensive.
I gotta tell you the truth, man. I've been standing here closest to the door holding a kitchen knife, man. You know, I mean, you seem like a reasonable fellow, all things
time
considered.
to cross the
Do you
Rubicon,
not
man.
understand what I'm trying to do here, man? I'm trying to save your life.
I'm reaching an older branch across the Delaware.
Okay, look, yeah, I mean, I
I'm
guess,
trying
you know.
to release a white pigeon here. Are you going to make me stab it to death, man?
Okay, you know, it's just, you know, the person we were talking to last time didn't seem so reasonable, but okay, you know, I put the knife down. You send your kid in. We won't hurt the little thing. It's cool.
Oh, it's
And we
more
send
than
us
that.
to run to the city.
You will keep him safe. You will keep him sound. And you will die before you let harm come to the ovum. Do you understand, man?
Oh, so this isn't even like one of those little spitting human kids. You got a crawl baby? Because we look after a crawl baby.
It's not a crawl, but you might have some experience with its kind.
Look, I mean, you know, you had me at ovum.
Very good, very good. I mean, you
This
know,
thing ain't gonna
no-
be spitting up all over me. We gonna be perfectly fine in here.
Very good. No, if it does hatch, heartbreaking as that prospect might be, while we are in the midst of combat, partly on your behalf, by the way, then you take good care of the one coming out, too. We make sure you get some good food and some good music. Mm.
Well, you want me to sing to it? I mean,
You do what you have to do, man. This is do or die kind of situation.
Okay, look.
For your...
I want you to listen.
No, I'm
This
only
is the sound of me. This is the sound of me putting the kitchen knife down on the ground in front of me. Okay, I just want you to know that that's where it is.
Yes.
And you hear this little,
Very good.
And
if
then
you
the
should
door.
need to make a salad, you can pick it back up again.
the door begins to sort of unlocks. And then the door sort of swings inward, and you see the Craw, and it is in fact Skull, the Craw campsite manager, although it doesn't have any sort of massively sort of defining features that a human not familiar with Craw would recognize him necessarily.
Oh.
Can I roll to see if I
Okay.
recognize him?
Yeah, there you go for it.
Just
It's not
D20.
very on brand for Harry to remember people that are
No,
lesser.
it is not.
Not even close. As far as you're concerned, all of these people are quite interchangeable.
Oh, it's you. Another one.
Oh, I see. Yes, I definitely remember you. I'll never forget.
You are the special one. The chosen one. To get my pina colada. Go.
Is this guy serious?
He's sort of like looking out at the rest of the bastards and Clan Zarg, who are all sort of glaring into the door.
Yes, pina colada.
Ooh, that
mean,
sounds good.
There's a food market around the corner there, but
Chop, chop.
okay. Well, this behind me, this is Yas. She's the one who can make the run. You know, you guys talk. I'm gonna go get some pineapples.
All right. Very good.
Entire war going on. This is what we're focusing.
Hey, man, you need to be fueled if you want to. You know,
wanna be a hero.
Have you ever seen a Formula One racer leave the pit without a full tank? No.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like you guys,
Fair
it's
enough.
sort of, you know, you've got to try and wait for Boris to finish hooking up the gun system anyway, before you can make the plan go into action. So Skull, looking very nervous and sort of looking at the ground as he sort of like trots like at a quick walk and then runs sort of around over to the food market to try and find the ingredients for some manner of pina colada. There's a lot of scurry, but there's a lot of like cleaning of guns going on. There's a lot of like, you know, all Clan Zarg are sort of getting rid of their tourist appearances and getting into full Clan Zarg regalia. They're
Ripping the
getting into
sleeves off of my Zog Moon Excursion Expedition t-shirt.
Fuck yeah. And then,
Crop topping this bitch.
the original lot, all the ones that you guys originally saved have actually got sort of their full blown like power armor, their marine armor gear. So they're decked out pretty big. That's Harris, Trevor, the twins, and Zach.
fuck yeah.
This is
But
a
then you've got
fight
like you've got a whole
montage.
slew of these Zarg assassins who are like, you know,
Okay.
loosening holsters and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you can
Putting
see
their
Zach
athletic
and
cups
Norris are now driving around the castle in Boris's little carrier truck, just trailing cables as they're
Yes.
laying the sort of the spidery network.
Oh,
The spidery network
I'm
to
loving
each
this.
of
As
the
Boris
towers.
Love this
lays the
visual.
bios for our new game room.
Okay. Herodotus makes his way towards the PA system.
Are you ready for some football?
So it's you sort of you can go off into a hallway and then there's an elevator that sort of takes you up there, and looks like it's a sort of there's a lot of offices up there, but then there's the sort of this main little area, and when you get in there you can see like it's got windows that look down into multiple sections of the castle, but it's also a real nerve center. It's got like a full 3D holographic display that can be switched between all the displays of all the security within the castle, the exterior of the castle, and then you've also got a display of almost, you know, like a good portion of the hemisphere. You can see up all the way up to the atmosphere within these different views. And sitting right in the middle of all of it is Norris, who's sort of like, you know, he's sort of looking around. You can see these big fat cables have been like just welded into the system and run out the windows as well from whatever the hell Boris is up to.
Norris, I need your assistance.
Very good, sir.
We need
What do you need?
We need to make a council of war. I have a plan, and I need for the troops to understand their role in bringing it off successfully.
Right?
I'll need a way to show them. So, can you do a hologram sort of thing? Can we set up a little scenario? Can we play it out like miniatures on a table? Just to sort of visualize it for everybody,
Oh yes, that's one of the things we've got. There's sort of just behind everybody. There's that little sort of little park area there. They I think they show movies or something. I'm sure we could.
Oh no, he's gonna do a pattern. Oh no. Okay.
Well, let's get this thing fired up then.
Very good.
Hopefully there isn't anything pre-logged in the system that I will accidentally play to everyone.
Oh no.
Can we roll for that?
You see, it's the mid-roll.
Oh, that was fucking genius.
Very smart.
I was thinking you had something really bad.
Meanwhile, down in the square, the projectors flick into action. As the bastard's home video is projected in full glorious 3D into the sort of like movie pavilion section of the square, all of Clan Zarg just sort of like watch, stunned, and then as the video comes to a close, the awkward silence is cut with giggles.
Ooh, Herodotus knows to grab a moment. He engages the. How the fuck do you get down from that tower the quickest?
I mean, you could rappel down the wire, but otherwise you just sort of
that's what we're doing.
Because there's just like these big cables out the windows now because Boris is.
All right, we're rappelling down, dude.
Boris is a bit of a jury rig kind of engineer.
I must go. My people need me.
Herodotus throws himself out the window and then rappels down the side, trying to get to the projection area as quick as possible.
The Clan Zarg, they sort of there's a titter, there's a giggle, and then everyone is just sort of laughing and like looking over at Z and Cleo, and then they see Herodotus just sort of coming down this wire, and some of them lose it. There's full blown pointing, laughing, belly laughs as the tension of this whole situation is finally broken. Everyone's a little bit fucking nuts. Everyone's a little bit nuts, but yeah, that. They've found humor again.
Yeah.
Yay.
Brilliant.
I'm here for it.
Well, buoyant on a belly full of laughter, Herodotus takes the stage.
Also, this is going to be an episode of Herodotus taking
I'm
the stage.
sorry. I feel like I'm grandstanding a little too much.
This is like every moment. I'm not doing a speech. I'm doing it's
I
like the
know.
third
Okay,
speech.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it is Herodotus's
Classic Harry.
It's his probably his primary skill.
Yeah.
He's a
Loud-
great negotiator.
Loud and
He's quite good at
dubious
combat and
oratory.
so on, but he's very good at speeches. He's
Yeah.
like Captain America.
I inspire the troops.
So in the intervening hour, sort of leading to Herodotus's call to meet for battle planning, there's been a sort of a bit of time for people to do things, hasn't there?
Huge.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Before we get into that, maybe let's sidle on over to the other bastards and see what they've been up to.
I've pulled up kind of a contact sheet of trying to find Crispy and his gang, and I'm sitting with Cleo, being like,
Now, is it, if you were Crispy, where would you be?
I know somewhere there's some magical kitchen.
Magical kitchen where...
There's some magical
Yes.
kitchen. He's in there. I know it, making a soup to end all soups.
And also to feed
I know it.
5,000. Oh, Crispy.
But that soup, it ain't for him.
It's not for him. No.
Because I just remembered that he can't eat food.
but he loves cooking.
I mean, they didn't even really love cooking. They just had a monopoly on the prison's food source.
Maybe
He
that's
loves
not
Monopoly.
my answer then. I don't know. I'm a piece of shit. Like, where's Crispy? Like, probably at home.
Let me pull up a big old list of known associates and whatnot. I'm trying to like triangulate Crispy, get a phone number.
While you're doing that, I'm near you and I have Anna still, and we Is it fair if I say we have the nuke and we're painting one stone on it?
I mean, I think that is very fair.
So it's a
Her
nuke
and I are
called One
doing
Stone.
that craft
So
together.
off in one corner, Cleo has carried from the Grey Dragon this big rocket and is painting. Are you drawing a picture of a stone, or are you just writing one stone on it?
I feel like it's just graffiti style. Like, she's going on it and I'm going on it. And, like, I probably can't spell well.
It's a picture of a stone with annotation as well. Stone.
Yeah.
But it needs,
Yeah,
it needs
yeah,
to be one stone, doesn't it? Because it's the one stone that you're going to kill two
stone.
birds with.
Stone.
Yeah. This one stone is going to kill a hell of a lot of birds.
Oh, so good.
The abstraction of this is that we have a lot of problems right now and we need one stone to fix them, and this is going to be that stone.
I mean, I was wondering when this thing would be used, but now that you are in the middle of a war, it's probably the
but
most fair time to use it as well.
It is, but we're near Dr. Z, so he's going, where do you think that Crispy might be? And we're like...
Well, I don't know if I'm doing that anymore, but... but
So anyway,
yes.
Cleo and Anna are sort of painting up this bomb. It's got her mind off the loss.
Very
Meanwhile,
fighter
Dr.
pilot
Z.
style.
Dr. Z, who in the intervening years has tried at least to keep tabs on Crispy and so forth, because that they were
a gang of
sort
note.
Friendly associates. They were the sort of people that you want to stay friends with, because
And
they were,
it's because of us, because of Cleo and I, that they got away. So
so they owe you something.
they owe us something.
They
And,
all
really do.
clambered up the food pipe.
also, they left us on that station.
And that didn't
and-
benefit
and-
us in any way.
Exactly. They just got away from
if
our
you
shenanigans.
remember.
Yeah.
Like, we
So-
didn't even use them. We didn't
Nope.
even mobilize them
Nope.
to
Didn't
save us.
they kill a bunch of the guards on their way out?
Yeah, they may have
Yeah,
killed some
ish,
guards,
but we didn't
uh,
even go that way. So, like, how much help did we really get?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, they got away because of us, and that's
Thank
fine.
you much.
Well, they do owe you.
Thank
They do
you.
owe you one.
Period.
But regardless, yeah, Dr. Z
Thank-
has in fact been keeping some tabs, and it's seems very likely actually that Crispy and the gang didn't actually stray too far from very close to where you are now, because as you probably don't recall, but the orbital space station, orbital
Prison station. Yeah.
that you guys were in orbited first now.
Oh, did it?
Oh.
That prison is like competing
That's
for
cute.
airspace with this moon. This moon
Wow.
that you're on and that prison where you guys met both orbit the same planet.
Wow. Okay, so there's a
Wow.
prison that we should probably not release, but
The last time, at least, that you got any sort of sign of where they might be, you heard murmurs that they are on the planet called Jumbus. It's just the closest Imperial planet.
okay. Well, then I'll do a hacking roll to try and find Crispy on Jumbus.
Yeah, give me a hack. Give me a hack.
Oh, bugger! That's an 8. Oh, I'll keep working at it then.
So Dr. Z
Gotta try a
hacking
couple
away.
numbers first.
Yeah, I'll
And
try
has,
a few.
has not yet managed to grab. I mean, Jumbus is a big place. It's an entire planet. It's an entire system.
Got a couple area codes.
Yeah.
And you're working with a very dodgy, weak signal because you're not even in that system right now. You're very far away.
He's
But,
doing
it's
the
something-
best that he can.
It's something he can continue with.
Yeah, you can come back to me. I'll keep at it.
Since Cleo is still paint bombing this bomb,
Oh yeah, one stone,
I have
baby.
to imagine that Herodotus would make another trip back down to the bank to deal with the craw. You've got one guy who's just made you a sugary cocktail.
Oh, right.
So you got to at least drink that.
Very
But
good.
yeah, there's the marathon runner, which I'm very curious and I kind of like this, and I want to know what the plan with the marathon runner is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assume it's just the same as that marathon.
Kind
You're
of
gonna send her to
reverse.
go and like kind of talk to the city and sort of be like, "Oi guys, we're coming," kind of thing.
How is the situation of the city?
Well, I think like if you're about to do something that very might well, enamor Clan Zarg and yourself with the craw, then it'd be good if they had some sort of knowledge beforehand. They're like, hey, something's about to happen on the other side of the moon. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
You're
Maybe
right.
you should
you're
watch.
Right. You're right. Which direction are we comparative to the city?
That's a good question. I'm going to say you're in what could be called the southern pole of the
Okay.
moon, and they're in the northern.
Okay. I take the drink, of course. I would say, wonderful. Hey, pineapple. And then I turn to the prospective marathon runner. You, swift one.
Yes.
I have a simple message for you to give to your people. To give them what they need most in this hour of
Oh,
adversity.
here comes Gandalf.
I bid them hold out hope, and when the dark is at its heaviest, look for light from the south, and a
Gandalf.
savior come with fire.
I think I can remember that.
She, by the way, is like she's quite a bit sort of shorter and sleeker than some of the other Crawl you've seen, with just jet black plumage, all sort of very like, very aerodynamic looking. It looks like she'll just sort of cut through the air with telepathy.
Very good. What is your name? I shall need to know for the official records.
I'm Yas.
Yes.
Very well. You go, Yas. Queen of the winds.
Yeah.
You're right, so
What if those I see along the way, trying to to escape the city, may they make refuge here?
Harry, is Clan Zarg around us?
Clan Zarg are sort of like looming around still, watching kind of curiously. Like the bloodlust is kind of gone. They've all they've had a laugh and they've all kind of they've calmed down and got onto the new plan, because taking a castle's one thing, but keeping it is another.
last
Okay.
episode, the Clan Zarg were okay with letting the people go from out of the bank as long as they left the castle and camped in the nearby camping grounds.
I mean, my idea has always been that campsite is going to become a refugee camp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Like,
Have you
you
played
know.
Banner Saga?
I have not.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no way in hell that's not going to become a refugee
In
camp.
Banner,
'cause there's-
in Banner Saga, there's like this like massive hold up like fight type thing where the enemy is encroaching and so many people are retreating to one castle and you can't fit everyone in the castle, so you have to decide who has to be on the outside of the walls, and it's very, very
Yeah,
stressful.
but this.
that's grim as fuck, yeah.
yeah. It's a great game.
How
Banner
many?
Saga's brilliant,
How
but,
many people can be in this castle? Like, how many would it hold?
Good question. It's I'm thinking like it's in the hundreds, you know?
Okay,
I swear only 19.
right. And how? What's the perspective?
Well, that's a how long is a piece of string question there.
Yeah, I mean,
Harry.
it's
That's
going
true,
to be
but
an ever increasing number.
Very
The
good.
longer
very
the fire,
good. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do
the
some
longer the
mental
bombardment
arithmetic.
and occupation
Fair.
goes on,
Fucking
the
fair.
bigger that number will keep getting. Like it could eventually be like tens of thousands, you know?
Okay, then Harry turns to Clan Zarg and says,
Holding with the holiness of guest right, I say we take them all as they come, and we will shield them, and we will protect them, and we will gain their trust.
he says it to the clansmen as sort of a challenge.
They're also like looking around like, well, as long as they don't try and claim the castle back, I guess.
Oh yeah,
I mean, this was a bridge we were always going to have to cross.
good point. They must swear themselves to common cause and the truth of conquest.
We're going to be signing a goddamn treaty with the Craw, aren't we?
That's right, Sonny Jim. The only way forward is with pragmatism. I'm proud of you for seeing it.
And Harry claps another one on the shoulder. Let's go full Russell Crowe.
WFH. What
Strength,
fuck happened?
What fuck happened?
strength and
What
honor.
fuck happened?
Strength and
What fuck
honor.
What fuck
And so
happened?
like with a somber nod, yes.
Yes.
And with excellent form, she takes off.
Yeah.
And she is fast.
Naruto run. Naruto run.
Naruto run!
Naruto run. Yes.
Yeah, well, she's like a dart, like a bird dart.
She's like a shinobi.
Okay, so Yas. Yas.
Yes.
And some sort
Yeah,
of
exactly.
combination
Now Tay's
of a
losing her mind.
Naruto run. Somewhere in between a Naruto run and a Nyan Cat fly, she gracefully departs.
Good.
As Norris finally gets the holograms going of a nice sort of 3D visualization of Zarg Moon, of the ensuing battle on the opposite end, and of your occupation of this castle at this end, Herodotus is finally able to take the stage in front of the assembled clan.
It's that moment in Banner Saga where it's a new slide and you've only got like two options. You know that from this point forward,
There's
one
no
side's
going
gonna-
back.
Yeah.
Listen, for I have but few words to speak. Every fiber of my being says, oration, oration, oration. but I will not condescend to you. The road that lies ahead is full of risk and darkness, but only through such trials can we reach the height of our glory. And so I ask you to come with me. Make bond and common cause with those we have called enemy, and we now call friend. I shall present to you the plan, as it stands in my mind's eye, and your input will be as golden to me as sunshine upon a springful field. Will you listen?
He waits for a reply from the audience.
This is like,
Yes!
yeah, like Trevor, who's sort of been like quite quiet through this a lot of times
Boris.
since he got back with his little hero ship. Is sort of coming in, sort of nodding. We'll listen to you, Harry.
By Jove, I think he's on to something.
Come daybreak, the rest of our compatriots shall be here. And we shall have a fighting force, able for one precise and highly effective strike that must happen not to the heart, but to the nape of the neck of the fleet above. We do not want to destroy it. We want to take it.
And Harry sort of
There's like a chair as they sort of like fists in the air. Clan Zarg, they've all got their big first snare cloaks.
Put our cloaks on.
Their capes on.
It's
We've all got bear cloaks as well. Let's put our cloaks on.
Let's put our cloaks on. Cleo's gonna carry the nuke is painted, and she's just gonna carry it out like
One stone.
deadlifting it like, yeah, look at this. One stone.
One stone.
Oh, okay. Herodotus beckons Cleo to come to him.
I'm gonna roll up with my nuke.
So Clan Zarg sort of cheering, raising their fists in the air. Cleo and Anna, coming in with this nuke that has been it's been decorated basically.
Anna's sitting on it, and I'm lifting it.
Hopefully Boris's reactivation was enough to get this thing ready to go. It seemed pretty straightforward. You can flick it, turn it on, and choose a target. So it should be fine, you know?
All you gotta do is flick it.
Meanwhile, Zach and Boris have driven back. Boris is beaming as he's saying,
I think we can get Dilbert up in there now. Try out these guns.
Fireworks.
Try out these guns.
and Dr. Z has been sitting off in the corner trying to track down his robotic. Well, they're not really his friends, but they owe him one. So let's just see how this continued hacking effort has gone.
Come on, roll.
With another hacking roll.
10. Bugger.
10.
Bugger.
Is 10 not
10's
enough?
alright. 10's alright.
It's not a
10 over a long period of time is a success. That's as simple as it gets.
So it's
10 and up.
It's not so much it's a success early on. I've just been fucking exhaustingly trying to punch in every single thing I can.
10 hits. 10 hits.
All right.
Yeah.
10
If you were trying to do it quickly, you'd be
Yeah.
in trouble. But a 10 is like you're like, okay, I think I found a back door, and you've been fucking about. You've been doing it for a while, but finally you have tracked down Crispy, and you've realized that Crispy and his associates, they are set up on Jumbus,
Okay. I call Crispy.
which notably is quite close by as well. They can actually get here pretty quickly if they still have ships. You're not quite sure what's going on, but it seems as though they have some sort of like they own like a chain of bakeries.
Okay, I call Crispy.
This is a secure line. Who's on the other end?
A friend of Spine's.
Well, damn. Deactivate me. Is that the fish?
Yes. Is that the chef?
The one and only. I got a feeling you got a favor to ask.
Yes. And I notice that you are now in control of a delivery fleet.
That I am.
Yes. Well,
I'll send some coordinates for the Zarg Moon Castle.
we are currently here.
Zarg Moon.
I'm sure you've seen what's happening in the local chit-chatter on the radio waves.
I got my ideas. I didn't realize you had any part in it.
Well, Cleo's here too. Can't take all the credit.
Oh, you stayed with the beer, did you? Smart beer, that.
Yes, smart beer.
You're going against the Empire.
Well, Yes.
I'm trying to think of a smart line to say.
I gotta tell you something here, fish boy. I'm a legitimate operator now. The Empire's been good to me. I couldn't afford to get too messed up in all this, unless, of course, there were some, how do I say it, franchise opportunities in this new land you're building over there.
Well,
They're a bakery. They're trying to look for.
They
Good
just
shit.
want to be able to. They want to set up shop here.
Oh right. Well, yeah. Okay. If that's. I'm trying to think some big brain shit. If it's just they want to set up shop.
But I mean, it appears that they run a chain of bakeries.
Yes.
As far as the information you were able to get on sort of public networks, you do know that this guy's a fucking gangster. So a grain of salt.
and if the gang were to hear that you turned down the opportunity to strike back at the Empire, then what?
Oh, I like you, fish. Alright, we talk about the details later, but you know that if we wrest that heap of rock away from the Empire, I'm gonna leave some of my men there. That's just the way it's gonna be.
And a pebble can bounce several times after being thrown.
I don't know. That's a bad analogy.
No, that's
but,
fucking
you know,
good. That's the threat and oh, that's good.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Alright, I'll come. I'll come with all my people. All them that aren't running the bakeries.
Excellent.
But after this, Doctor, you and I are completely square. You got it?
See you soon.
See you shortly.
Brilliant. I'll add a small fleet because I don't want to over-exaggerate what I think is coming. But so I'll add a small contingent of ships to our fleet and say,
We have more incoming.
Oh,
And on top of that,
for me, you shouldn't have.
yes,
and then I'll also pull up a picture of Z-Twin, I guess, for the Zargians to see, and be like,
and of course Z is competitive and hasn't forgotten everyone yet.
just to try and raise morale. You know, they all seem to like Z-Twin.
Well, damn. Billy Boy sort of stepping to the fore I thought this here was bound to be a suicide mission, but looks like you people pulled out something once more. I'm proud to be part of this effort. I think I'll speak for many of my brothers and sisters when I say, you done good.
Nods all around.
Not quite episode end.
Oh, not quite episode end. Oh,
Because
shit.
over the PA, you hear the panicked voice of Norris. And he's like,
There's something coming into the atmosphere. It's small. It's fast. Can you see it? Have you got it? Someone needs to shoot.
Dope.
Manny, you're close. Can you fire on them?
and then you hear as one of the anti-aircraft guns fires. You see it streaking up to the sky, but at the same time you see something rocketing down past. Mist. And there's a crash, just a crashing sound, directly outside the castle, it seems, on the other side of the moat, as something smashes into the ground.
Oh, fuck.
No rest for the
You
wicked.
saw it coming down, the display that Norris beamed up for you, and it looked smaller than your average fighter ship. It looked very small. But there's just a crash and silence, as though something has just landed there.
It's a fucking.
As the dust is settling and you're forming a plan as what to do, as who should even go out and intercept this thing and see what's going on, you hear a loud, amplified voice from outside the castle. And it is the voice of Admiral Larky.
Well, old chum, looks to me you've gone above and beyond. Fantastic. Well, of course, you really only have two options here. You can hand over the castle to me and mine. We will be arriving shortly, of course. Or, well, how do I put this? Well, we've been planning a little news broadcast. Perhaps if you are listening with your signals, I'm sure. Let's send Harry the broadcast. This is a good one.
No. Alright.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. Harry's about to have his
And
own world.
projecting out on the screen, a New Terran news broadcast, and there's a picture of Herodotus looking very shifty. I don't know where they got this picture, but it's not his good side.
What?
The shifty-looking Herodotus not wearing uniform, and it says Herodotus Arthurion Mendleroth. It doesn't even say the third. It doesn't say his title. And then underneath, it says the Bandit King.
All right, Herodotus immediately starts laughing loudly.
Disgraced former military officer Mendleroth has been excommunicated and charged with treason. He is to be considered highly armed, highly dangerous. The Bandit King goes by no other titles and must be considered the utmost threat to the Empire.
Okay.
And underneath the photo, it says Herodotus Arthurion Mendleroth, the Bandit King.
Looks like Larky just greased our stone.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Is this the
My
Patreon
goodness.
moment?
Yeah, we made it through another
Patreon.
episode.
Oh my god.
And
We're
we
alive.
gotta thank those who made it possible.
We gotta thank you for being
Made it possible. Made it
patrons.
certainly made it more comfortable. This block of gold bars that I've been sitting on really
it's so
over
comfortable,
the last
though.
6 year, we've been able to get dick Brazilians like for a couple months now.
Like never before.
It's some move.
It's
Like
my
never
favorite
before.
my favorite kind of nut. I've just been chowing down
Yeah.
on Brazilians.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He
Our
loves
favorite
those.
type of nut too.
It is
Well,
a smooth one, you know?
smooth.
A smooth nut.
As Chappelle says, smooth as eggs.
Smooth.
That's what I like, you know? And, you know, that's possible.
Smooth as eggs.
That's possible because of y'all. And, you know, we should shout y'all out because you are the reason for the season and
Yes.
the you know, I'm
Season's
gonna let that die.
greeting.
But anyway, you guys are cheaper by the dungeon.
Cheaper by the dungeon.
And
Yes.
Lucas Duff.
Lucas.
Ballad of the Seven
You're
Dice.
Duff.
Duff Man never dies.
Marcus Brackleman.
Never dies.
Brackle boy.
Brack.
Wow. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh my
Next
God, is that
character.
coming out of Evan?
Next short-lived character, maybe?
Evan's the scary old guy from Men in Black. I don't know about this. I'm done.
Okay.
I think it's just like, you know, like big, tall Donald Duck.
Oh, that's scary too. Big, tall Donald Duck.
It's just
Get
this
the
big barrel-chested Donald Duck.
I don't want that. I don't want any of this. Fernando Garcia.
Garcia. Oh, we should get Garcia in the
Fernando.
fight. We need Garcia Station. Garcia Station,
should.
send reinforcements, please.
You guys know Thespa?
We should call
Well,
Thespa.
I don't know. Is she gonna help us?
I mean, Thespa's
She
more
wasn't
into a smuggling
really-
run. She probably wouldn't be
They would-
interested in entering a war.
Maybe she could bring some
Snuggles.
stuff.
She could help with the logistics,
She
probably.
could maybe send
We-
some of the
Smuggler.
enemy troops away.
Well, I mean, her kids are like pretty epic as well.
They're good
They are.
spies. They're like the Bothan
race.
spies.
Many of them will
We need
die
that.
to get us some
Oh,
information.
fuck.
Sweet.
That's harsh.
Oh, Herodotus is all for that.
And Noodle,
Noodle.
our
Noodle
favorite
soup.
starch.
Yes. Ah, yes. I love a
He
good
is.
cheat noodle.
You know he's a chef
A good
now.
cheap noodle.
Is he?
Yes.
Cool.
Is he a chef
Well,
now?
you know, at his house. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But he's like
Chef of the
doing
castle.
chef quality. He's doing chef quality shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Making broccoli cake.
Broccoli
Broccoli
boy.
cake.
Yeah. So go to Noodle's house if you want some. The Abel Queen, map maker extraordinaire, and Nicole Snyder,
Hey, guys. It's
Sniper.
Nicole.
Backwater Bastards marketing wizard.
Boom.
Hey,
Druid.
guys.
Hey, guys. It's
Hello.
Nicole.
It's Nicole.
Yep, it is. And Randy Loving.
Oh, we love him. That's why he's put it as his last name.
Yeah.
Thank
love
you,
him.
Randy.
We believe in him.
Randy.
Yep, that's how you know. And Ybots 999.
He's a
Wow.
little shifty fella. You should watch out for him.
He's making a film and
Nah,
gonna
nah.
put it in a theater near you.
Yes.
See? And Trevor.
Forever.
Forever and ever.
Light him up. Pull one out. Trevor
Smoke him
forever.
if you got him.
Pull one out. We don't want to get any
And
more.
Ben.
Oh,
Ben.
Oh,
Build
good
our
number.
Where
bridges.
you been, Ben?
Where you
Where you
been?
been?
Where you been?
Well, he's been on a bridge for like 5 years now.
Well,
They
it's
won't
an
let
odd
him
place
leave.
to be.
Yeah.
Well, he made
awkward.
the bridge, and now he has to live in it.
Now I need to get over
the maid.
And no, one cigarette burn for Danta. And Daphne, otherwise
Doff.
known by her new name, Doff.
Yes, Doff.
Doff.
Hello, Doff.
Duffling
You know, you
Darth
stand
Vader.
around this fire for long enough, and you get renamed.
Duff.
Get
I am your
renamed
father.
Doff.
Well, maybe. You never know. Evan's been
Right.
around, but
He's been around the fire.
he's been around that fire for a while now.
Yes.
Model
He's become
He's
the
a lot.
fire.
He's a lot older than he looks.
Yeah.
That 18-year-old skin
Yeah,
is.
what the fuck, Evan? I've got all this grey hair. You got none. Catch up. And you need more
Well,
grace.
it's because he's been eating.
I've been eating my
Tapioca.
vegetables.
It's got that strong hair color.
Well, Evan has spent many years on his tapioca farm, eating the tapiocas out of the
Just
ground.
tapping
and
that
now he looks
tapioca.
like this,
Straight out the ground.
Delight.
straight out
So
the
you
ground.
you tap that tapioca, don't you? And just sort of and pour
And
it
it's
straight
really
down your
hard
throat.
work, you guys, because sometimes you mess up. Sometimes you mess up, and it's not a tapioca. It's a frog egg.
It's a potato.
That's what happens.
I
Yeah.
don't know what
Or-
tapioca is. I'm just trying to add.
I think it's like some
I'm
sort
trying to
of
contribute, but I have no idea what you're talking
It's
about.
like little tiny balls.
Okay.
Tiny
Potatoes are
balls.
also tiny
tapioca.
balls.
Yeah, tapioca
Okay.
just like
smooth like eggs.
Well, you guys, I picked the one fucking thing that we really could not riff on, so
Yeah,
here we
sorry.
go. It's okay. Thanks.
Bye.
I love
It's
you.
like a grain.
Thank
isn't
you
it?
everyone for
Tapioca?
listening. And if you wanted to
Thank
listen
you.
to our pre-game rambles, the rambles that happened before this episode, then you can join this lovely list of patrons. And
You
we'll
can.
also shout out your name amongst the stars.
We will.
And
Yes.
rename you as well.
Yes, we'll give you a new name.
Probably
a
that
better
too.
name.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about you, and you don't even know where that's gonna go because we don't know either.
Yeah, you
Don't know.
You don't
But you
don't
know you want it.
You
We don't
dumb
know.
Bastard.
You know you
You
want
fucking
it.
dumb bastard.
Go shake you.
Great job, guys.
Stupid bastard.
Go fuck yourself.
That's how they say I love you.
Oh, it's just lashings of baby
Yeah.
oil.
Just
Baby
like
oil.
that.
Just
Just
lashings.
like that.
Just lashings.
Splashings of baby oil.
Pour it on me.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I'll
what love
see you
looks
later.
like over here in these here parts. Haha.
Looks like splashes of baby
Wow.
oil.
How sentimental.
Goodbye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the podcast.
Yeah, we
next
do.
week, you
We
fucking
do.
bastards.
I'm gonna have a little drink of baby oil.
Oh,
you
Jesus,
give that
don't do
head,
that. No, no.
You stinking
Wait.
geezer.
And scene. Bye.
See
you later. Bye.
Real cute.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.